Welcome to China Undercover, your trusted lens into the seismic shifts rocking the world's largest nation. As China marked its National Day on October 1st, 2025, a series of crises, floods, military unrest, a celebrity's mysterious death, public outrage over tainted mooncakes, failing education systems, violent reprisals against officials, and a wave of political purges exposed the fragility of Beijing's grip. From Guangxi's submerged cities to Hunan's fiery chaos, from suppressed dissent to global condemnation, these events paint a picture of a regime teetering on the brink. Join us as we unravel the forces shaking China to its core. Mooncake Scandal, a bitter taste of distrust. The Mid-Autumn Festival, a time for family and tradition, turned sour in 2025 as China's mooncake industry faced a public backlash. Once a symbol of unity, mooncakes have become a lightning rod for consumer anger amid economic decline and food safety fears. According to China Report Hall, mooncake sales from January to August 2025 reached 42.6 billion yuan, but plummeted 45.17% year-on-year before the festival. Stores overflowed with unsold pastries, with netizens sharing videos of deserted shops, a stark contrast to the holiday's usual bustle. The root of the discontent lies in health concerns. Social media clips revealed mooncakes laced with additives, preservatives, artificial flavors, and excessive sugar and oil, comprising over 70% of their content. One viral video showed ants dying after consuming a dropped mooncake, while another depicted dogs refusing to touch them, opting for plain buns instead. Dog food is safer than ours, one user quipped. Nutritionists warned that a single mooncake packs the calories of 8 bowls of rice, with fillings like candied fruit and oily nuts masking chemical cocktails. Production footage showing syrup-drenched flour and buckets of oil only deepened public disgust. Consumers also decried deceptive marketing and inflated prices. A gift box costs 129 yuan, with premium versions reaching 241 yuan per cake. $30.00 for a single pastry. It's all packaging, no quality, one shopper complained, noting the plastic-like texture and cloying sweetness. Amid tight budgets, many turned to homemade alternatives, with food bloggers sharing lazy mooncake recipes using bread and red bean paste baked in air fryers. The boycott reflects broader disillusionment with a system prioritizing profit over safety, turning a cherished tradition into a symbol of betrayal. Education in crisis, a generation drained. China's youth, once heralded as the nation's future, are buckling under a broken education system and a bleak job market. From childhood, students face crushing pressure. Elementary schoolers lug heavy backpacks, middle schoolers drown in assignments, and university students graduate into unemployment. A viral video from Tsinghua University's 113th anniversary parade captured the toll. Students shuffled like zombies, their formations sloppy, their faces drained. Even rural funeral bands have more spirit, one commenter mocked. Peking University's Professor Zhao Dongmei noted, students used to be vocal, now they're silent, haunted by joblessness and housing fears from day one. The crisis extends beyond classrooms. Zhang Xinyang, a prodigy who entered university at 10 and earned a PhD, is now 30, unemployed, and lying flat at home. Young workers endure the infamous 996 schedule, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, sacrificing health for meager prospects. A 23-year-old woman shared, "My body feels 50. I'm ambitious, but this system breaks us." In 2025, a record 12.22 million graduates flooded a job market where private sector suppression, via property seizures and entrepreneur persecution, has slashed opportunities. Official youth unemployment claims of 14.5% mask a reality closer to 50%, with jobs including low-paying gigs like food delivery. Nepotism compounds the despair. A 10-year-old in Hubei boasted of inheriting his father's bank director role, while a 21-year-old tourism student noted, "In small towns, jobs go to connected families. My class of 50, only half employed." The education system, designed to churn out talent, now produces anxiety and hopelessness, leaving a generation questioning its worth in a society that demands relentless competition but offers little reward. Guangxi's deluge, a disaster silenced. Typhoon Baloy's wrath transformed Guangxi into a waterlogged wasteland by October 2, 2025. Floodwaters submerged cities, with Beizi's streets vanishing under 3 stormy high torrents. Counties like Debao and Tianyang saw homes, shops, and crops destroyed overnight. "Everything we built is gone," a resident mourned. The Yang River in Nanning surged, flooding Mason Square and submerging 2,000 mu of rice fields. "This isn't a reservoir, it's our harvest," a farmer cried. With 28 rivers exceeding warning levels, residents faced life-threatening conditions. Yet, state media buried the story. While holiday travel posts trended, Guangxi's pleas for aid remained local, censored from national platforms. Netizens raged. "Why do traffic jams get more attention than millions losing everything?" The suppression of disaster coverage, prioritizing positive narratives, deepened distrust. Locals demanded rescue efforts and rebuilding support, but official silence left them stranded, their losses a stark reminder of a system that values image over lives. Hunan's fiery fiasco, technology gone awry. A high-tech drone fireworks show in Liuyang, Hunan, meant to dazzle National Day crowds, turned catastrophic on October 2nd. Sparks from the display rained down, igniting hillsides and striking spectators. Videos captured screams of "fire" as flames spread and crowds fled. It went from awe to terror in seconds, a tourist recalled after traveling 1,500 kilometers. The Sky Theater event, blending drones and pyrotechnics, was meant to showcase innovation, but instead exposed reckless planning. "Why stage this over dry forest?" one netizen demanded. Authorities contained the blaze quickly, burning only surface vegetation, but the damage was done. Online, tourists vented frustration. The ground was burning, yet they kept firing rockets. Calls for investigations into safety lapses grew, with comments like, "This could have been a disaster, who approved this?" The incident marred Liang's fireworks legacy, raising a critical question. When spectacle overshadows caution, how close is celebration to tragedy? Citizen fury, violence against the elite. Desperation has ignited a wave of violence against CCP officials, reflecting a society pushed to its limits. Economic collapse and systemic corruption have fueled public rage, with citizens targeting officials and their families. On September 24th, a deputy mayor named Liu in Guangdong, along with 9 family members and 2 nannies, was massacred at 3 a.m. on Jinxi Road. Rumors suggest the motive tied to selling official posts without delivery. Phoenix News deleted its report hours later, prompting accusations of a cover-up to prevent copycat attacks. Days later, on September 29th, another Guangdong official and 15 family members, 3 wives, 7 children, 3 nannies, and a driver, were killed in Huizhou. Details remain scarce, but the scale shocked locals. Other incidents include a July 5th stabbing of a village secretary in Chaozhou over forced demolitions, an April 17th murder of a deputy secretary in Zhanjiang, and an August 16th massacre in Taiyuan, where a demobilized soldier killed 3 officials' families. Netizens hailed the acts. "The people are rising. Officials must serve, not exploit." Analysts like Li Hongquan argue that economic decline and suppressed grievances drive these extreme acts, with the CCP's rule by fear crumbling under public hatred. Yu Minglong's death, a spark for resistance. The death of actor Yu Minglong on September 11, 2025, has become a global rallying cry. Officially an accidental drunken fall from a Beijing residential complex, rumors of torture or murder persist. His Weibo account, now at 27.7 million followers, grows as fans preserve his posts against censorship. Foreign Policy's article, "A Star's Fall Exposes China's Lies," joined the BBC and Straits Times in spotlighting the case, noting its revelation of CCP censorship. An international petition with 170,000 signatures demands justice, with netizens pleading, "Don't let his memory vanish."
Stanford's Kevin Fawn Shu argues that censorship fuels resistance, turning Yu's death into a symbol of distrust. Some have quit CCP organizations, with over 450 million reportedly leaving the party, Youth League, or Young Pioneers via overseas platforms. For many, Yu's erasure mirrors the pandemic's helplessness, underscoring that no one is safe under authoritarian rule. Military and political turmoil. Xi's fragile control. The PLA is fracturing, with over 200 conflicts since the pandemic exposing deep unrest. Leaked by Hu Lian, these incidents range from cadet defiance to violent barracks clashes. Soldiers face personal crises, family poverty, collapsing home values, while officers buckle under rigid commands. The PLA's iron wall is now brittle, an analyst warned. Public defiance mirrors this, with citizens tearing down CCP flags and overseas protests burning them in cities like New York and London. Chants of Xi Jinping step down rang out globally, from Tokyo to Sydney. The National Day reception revealed Xi's weakening grip. Allies like He Weidong vanished, while rivals like Jiang Yuxia took center stage. Fang Long's reappearance, tied to past scandals, felt staged. Provincial reshuffles, Wang Yijiang to Inner Mongolia, Meng Fanli to Guangdong, aim to secure loyalty. But the Yang Linlen case, involving espionage charges in Sydney, hints at deeper purges. The fourth plenary session looms, signaling a power restructuring amid growing instability. Judicial repression, courts as weapons. Amnesty International's October 1st report exposed CCP courts as tools of suppression, convicting activists and journalists in 90% of 68 analyzed cases using vague national security laws. Crimes like picking quarrels target peaceful speech, with sentences up to 19 years. Lawyer Wu Xiaoqing noted that distributing leaflets earns prison time, while Lian Ping called courts a rubber stamp for power. The report cited cases like Gao Jiashen's disappearance, warning that no one, lawyers, petitioners, or writers, is safe. This judicial crackdown fuels resentment, further eroding the CCP's legitimacy. A regime under siege. From floods to fires, from murders to purges, China's National Day exposed a nation unraveling. Global protests, from Ottawa's upside-down flag to London's umbrella marches, reflect a world turning against Beijing. As censorship backfires and violence escalates, the CCP's facade of strength crumbles. The question isn't if collapse looms, but when. Share your thoughts below and support China Undercover by liking and subscribing for unflinching coverage. Thank you for joining us.